Hey everybody, today I want to talk to you about my rivet nut tool. It's kind of a simple little device, these two little wedges that slide against each other. That's the black bolt at the bottom is a number 1032. I'm going to do a 1032 rivet nut, and that top one pulls the two together. I'm going to flip around to the opposite angle so you can watch how I actually use it. I bought this thing a few years ago. There's a patent number on it. It's a pretty basic, simple device. Bought it a few years ago and I needed to do just 2 or 3 rivet nuts and a piece of sheet metal. And I didn't want to spend a couple $100 that a good rivet nut tool gun is. So I saw this online. I'll put the link below to where I bought it. I forget where it was. But yeah, it's pretty simple little device. I'm not sure what kind of metal they actually made the castings out of. It's cast parts, and they slide really nice against each other, so I think they maybe are impregnated with a little graphite or something. I'm trying to get that patent number in there for you to see, but yeah, that's basically it. So I'll zoom around and show you how it actually works. Alright, so here I am around the other side, just shooting from the back side, same piece. This thing's all symmetric. Let me just show you how it actually slides. These two wedges. So it starts up here, and as you crank this bolt and force the wedges together, this bolt here is tight, so it squeezes the top of the rivet nut. And these rivet nuts, I've been using aluminum ones. I have some brass ones I've used too. Here's the piece I'm going to put it on. Here's actually one in place. You can see kind of through the end there. Well, they'll like inside. You can see how it squishes a little bit right at the top. And then I have on the back side of this a through hole, so my bolt could go all the way through. But yeah, that way I can put a 1032 thread and a piece of aluminum that's 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch. This thing's way too small. And tiny wall thickness. I forget what it is. Maybe 1 millimeter wall thickness or something. Like, it's really thin wall. So there's no way I could tap that, and I needed a really secure connection, so that's what I used. So that's it. I'll be putting it in, grabbing the actual nut that I'm going to use here. This is going to be real hard to get to focus. This is the actual rivet nut, and I'm trying to get it to focus so you can see the threads start pretty far down in. I'd say the threads are maybe 1/3 of the way down in there is where they start. So this is an aluminum rivet nut. So the trick is you just take that, slide it up on here. I push the bolt through on the back side a little. So there's a little brass bushing. This is built for 1/4 inch rivet nuts, and you need these bushings to do anything smaller. That is the downside to this particular tool, is it will only do down to, I think they only sell it in 1032 and 1/4 inch now. I have some 832s or 840s as well, but or maybe even 6. It might be 632s, but anyway, they don't seem to sell that kit anymore, so you have to figure out your own little bushing. But these aren't for somebody who's doing this professionally every day. This is for a guy like me that needs to do a rivet nut every once in a while. I just ran into this the other day. That's why I had this stuff all together to do it. I thought, oh, what would be a good video this week? The new power chair project is not going near as fast as I'd hoped, so I don't have anything to shoot on it yet. And so, yeah, this is what I went with. Now, I'm going to drill the thread. So here's my my quad trick. I don't know if you can see, I have just a T-handle Allen wrench on the back side of this to turn it. But I'm not getting that rivet nut to turn. You may or may not be able to see this. This is where, when you're a quad, you just quit going to the dentist, because they don't like seeing all the chips in your teeth. But since my fingers don't work, I got to use my mouth sometimes. All right, and I wasn't actually using my teeth there. I was doing the Barney Frank style and wrap my lips over my teeth. So you can see that the wedge is staying up now. That's because I got it all the way tight. Now, I do want to put this on this little bar. I'm not actually using this bar for anything. I was practicing for a seatbelt binder that I was building for a customer. But just slide this over here. If I remember, these had to be a 1/4 inch hole. I just drilled them with my step drills. Let that hang there. And I like to hold it in the vise when I can, because otherwise just way too many things flopping around. And I don't know if I've ever used this in any of my videos. It's actually a Craftsman, or no, Skill, I guess. It's a Skill cordless 1/4 inch drive. Just has a little button here on the front. And I love this thing. 7/16 socket on the end. Now here's the fun part. I've got to hold this piece tight so it squishes the right point. Oh, and I took my hand off to try to show the camera a little bit better. There we go. It was swelling up on the wrong side of the metal, but now I got it back. Let's see if I can turn this so you can see in there. Yeah, there we go. Almost like I know what I'm doing. Okay, now it's squished it enough now that the ratchet doesn't have the oomph to tighten it anymore. So I will just use it like a regular ratchet now. The other part I like about this particular ratchet is it's really long, so I get a lot of leverage. And the battery must be dying in the ratchet because it's actually not that tight yet. This is actually quite easy to turn. I mean, I'm turning that one hand. Very minimal effort. I'll try to turn this again, see if it will stay. Let's see if I can prop that with the Allen wrench once. You see I'm resting my cheek on here. That's actually not to, I don't need the extra leverage. Ah, damn it. I don't need the extra leverage. I just need the stability. And when I stop to talk, that's when I screw it up and make the video way longer, putting shit back together. So I'll probably fast forward this part, but just watch as the wedge slides together, and at the same time, if you watch inside the end of this tube, you'll see the rivet nut keep getting bigger and bigger. So I'm actually going to call that good. You can see there's still a lot of gap here. I could squeeze it more, but you actually can start to damage these aluminum rivet nuts. This thing is, I can move it, but it's taking a bit of force. I might take a couple more cranks if I was actually going to use this part, but I'm not. I was just doing this as an example, so I'll leave it there, but you can kind of see how that tightens up. And then to take it apart, I just take and flip the ratchet to reverse. Again, if there's any dentist looking, don't pay attention to what I do with my teeth, or do, and know that people are people and they got to use their damn teeth. So it's through the ratchet and reverse, a couple of cranks to loosen it up a little bit. There we go, got that loose. bolts should still be threaded in, yeah, a little bit. And then I just kind of, usually I can just tap that a little bit and get it to come loose. The other thing you do is just come around here to the sog head cap screw, and that goes into the rivet nut, and just so as it's loose, it just spins. And there you go. Got a rivet nut. It's squished inside of there so it won't come out. Got the threads. And these are aluminum rivet nuts, so they're not the most strong weld or strong threads in the world. You can get these rivet nuts in steel and stainless steel. They don't recommend this kit for stainless. I don't know. I never tried it with steel, so you probably can do it with steel. You probably have to put a little bit of lube in there, a little grease or a little oil or something. But yeah, if you're looking for something simple, I think these are like 35 bucks with like 48 rivet nuts. To me, that's worth it if you're only going to use them once in a while. So next week, hopefully, we'll be back on the power chair project, doing some big upgrades to my new power chair. But for now, I just want to show you that little tool tidbit. Thanks for watching.